And welcome to Hollywood Review, where we're going to review the top 10 movies of the past week, DVDs, our star of the day, which I said we were going to start this August, so today's the first one, so listen in to find out who it is. So we'll be right back, and don't forget, this is brought to you by KBLP LLC and King's Cannabiz. We'll be right back. So let's get started. And after the movies, then we'll get to the star of the day. I gave you a hint, so see if you can figure it out. Okay, number one movie of the week. Of course, The Lion King. A lot of people wanted to see this. 88% of the audience liked it, so there you go. But it only rated the 53% on the tomato meter. The critics say, while it can take pride in its visual achievements, The Lion King is a by-the-numbers retelling that lacks the energy and heart that made the original so beloved. Though for some fans, this may be just enough. And of course, this is the Disney live action. The Lion King journeys to the African savannah where a future king is born. Simba idolizes his father and takes to heart his own royal destiny. But not everyone in the kingdom celebrates the new cub's arrival. Scar, Mufasa's brother and former heir to the throne, has plans of his own, of course. The battle for Pride Rock is ravaged with betrayal, tragedy, and drama, ultimately resulting in Simba's exile. With help from a curious pair of newfound friends, Simba will have to figure out how to grow up and take back what is rightfully his. And of course, Donald Glover as Simba, James Earl Jones as Mufasa, Billy Eichner as Timon, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa, Beyonce Knowles as Nala. The Lion King, number one movie. I don't think it'll be up there next week, but we'll see. Number two, this is one I need to see. I want to see this one, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. 84% tomato meter so far, 71% audience. The critics say thrillingly unrestrained yet solidly crafted. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood tempers Tarantino's provocative impulses with the clarity of a mature filmmaker's vision. Okay. And Quentin Tarantino's ninth feature film takes place in Los Angeles, 1969, at the height of hippie Hollywood. The two lead characters are Rick Dalton, Leonardo DiCaprio, former star of a Western TV series, and his longtime stunt double Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt. Both are struggling to make it in Hollywood they don't recognize anymore. But Rick has a very famous next-door neighbor, Sharon Tate. And she is played by Margot Robbie. Also, Luke Perry is in it as Wayne Maunder, Dakota Fanning as Squeaky Fromm, Al Pacino as Marvin Schwartz. So there you go. Nice cast. So number two, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Definitely a movie I definitely want to see that. Number three this week, Spider-Man Far From Home, still up there in the ranks. And of course, 90% tomato meter, 95% audience. Critics say a breezily unpredictable blend of teen romance and superhero action. Spider-Man Far From Home stylishly sets the stage for the next era of the MCU. And of course, Peter Parker returns in Spider-Man, the next chapter of the Spider-Man Homecoming series. Our friendly neighborhood superhero decides to take a vacation with his friends on a European tour. Peter's plan to leave superheroes behind comes to an end when Nick Fury asks him. He agrees to help Nick Fury uncover the mystery of several elemental creature attacks, creating havoc across the continent. So there you go. Of course, Tom Holland, Samuel L. Jackson, Zendaya, J.B. Smoove, Spider-Man Far From Home. Definitely I think you have to continue the series, absolutely. So, excuse me. Number 4 this week, not surprised, Toy Story 4. 97% tomato meter, 94% audience. Critics say heartwarming, funny, and beautifully animated. Toy Story 4 manages the unlikely feat of extending and perhaps concluding a practically perfect animated saga. Do you think they should not make any more or not? In my opinion, no. Stop right there. Go out on a high note. Don't make another one. That's not going to be cool. Okay? That just ruins it for the rest of them. Anyway, Woody has always been confident about his place in the world, and that his priority is taking care of his kid, whether it's Andy or Bonnie. So when Bonnie's beloved new craft project turned toy Forky declares himself as trash and not a toy, of course, Woody takes it upon himself to show Forky why he should embrace being a toy. But Bonnie takes the whole gang on her family's road trip excursion. Woody ends up on an unexpected detour that includes a reunion with his long-lost friend Bo Peep. And after years of being on her own, Bo's adventure, spirit, and life on the road belie her delicate porcelain exterior. Tom Hanks, Woody, Tim Allen, Buzz, Annie Potts is Bo Peep. I love Annie Potts. Tony Hale is Forky. Keegan-Michael Key as Ducky, and Jordan Peele as Bunny. So, Toy Story 4. Number 5, unexpectedly, and from what I've seen and heard, it's a decent movie. Actually, pretty good. It's Crawl. 83% tomato meter, 75% audience. I think those numbers are going to go up some, too. It's an action-packed creature feature that's fast, terrifying, and benefits greatly from a completely game Casco Delario. Crawl is a fun throwback with just enough self-awareness to work. Gotta love the creature features, man. And this is about when a massive hurricane hits her Florida hometown. Haley, she searches for her missing father, finding him gravely injured in the crawl space of their family home. The two become trapped by quickly encroaching floodwaters. As time runs out to escape the strengthening storm, Haley and her father discover that the rising water level is the least of their fears. Kaya Scaldelario, Barry Pepper, Ross Anderson, Anson Boone. Crawl. Has anybody seen that movie out there? If you have, let me know. I'd really like to know. So that is Crawl. Number 6, Yesterday. And not too bad, really. 63% tomato meter. 89% of the audience loved it. So it may fall short of Fab, but the end result is still a sweetly charming fantasy with an intriguing, albeit somewhat unexplored premise. And of course, this is about a guy that is a struggling singer-songwriter in a tiny English seaside town, and his dreams are fading quickly. Despite he has fierce devotion and support of his childhood best friend. But after a freak bus accident, during a mysterious global blackout, Jack wakes up to discover that the Beatles have never existed, and he finds himself with a very complicated problem indeed. Hamish Patel as Jack, Lily James as Ellie, Ed Sheeran, Kate McKinnon, Joel Fry, and James Corden. So, Yesterday. Excuse me. Number 7, Aladdin, of course, another kids' film for the summer. 56% tomato meter, 94% of the audience. And it retells its classic material story with sufficient spectacle and skill, even if it never approaches the dazzling splendor of the animated original. Amen to that. A lot of people were pleasantly surprised with Will Smith as Genie in this, so get a chance to see it, I would, definitely. And of course, it's about a street rat, frees a genie from a lamp, transforming himself into a charming prince in order to marry a beautiful princess. But an evil sorcerer becomes hell-bent on securing the lamp for his own sinister purposes. Of course, Will Smith as Genie, Mina Massoud as Aladdin, Naomi Scott as Jasmine, Ellen Tudyk as Iago. Okay, Aladdin is still up there. Number 8 is Stuber. I would probably rent this because it looks just funny. Hey, Ike. How are you? This is Stuber, 42% tomato meter, 79% audience. I would just, for a rainy afternoon, I'd see it. Critics say, though, it makes a strong case for future collaborations between Kumail Nanjiani and Dave Bautista, Stuber fails to mesh its contrasting genres, settling for an overtly violent, mildly entertaining diversion that's far from a 5-star ride. So, Stuber. What happens is a mild-mannered Uber driver named Stu picks up a passenger who turns out to be a cop on the trail of a brutal killer. He's thrust into a harrowing ordeal where he desperately tries to hold on to his wits, his life, and his 5-star rating. How you doing, Ike? Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you. So we have Kumail Nanjiani as Stu, Dave Bautista as Vic, Natalie Morales as Nicole. So, Stuber. I don't know. I think it'd be fun for a Saturday afternoon. That's all. Number 9, still in the top 10, of course, Annabelle Comes Home. Critics 65%, audience 70%. Fun for fans, even if it isn't as frightening as some of its predecessors. Annabelle Comes Home suggests there's still some life left in the Conjuring franchise. Well, of course there is. Determined to keep Annabelle from wreaking more havoc, and Lorraine Warren bring the possessed doll to the locked artifacts room in their home, placing her, in quotes, safely behind sacred glass and enlisting a priest's holy blessing. But an unholy night of terror awaits as Annabelle awakens the evil spirits in the room, who all set their sights on a new target, the Warrens' 10-year-old daughter Judy and her friends. So, Annabelle Comes Home, of course. McKenna Grace as Judy, Madison Eisman as Mary Ellen, of course Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren, he's perfect for this. Vera Farmiga as Lorraine, of course. So, Annabelle Comes Home. Awesome, awesome. Just to have all those movies in a row, I'd sit there and watch them all night. So has anybody seen any of these movies themselves? I know one. Anyway, number 10, The Farewell. That's the number 10 movie. 99% tomato meter, 91% audience score. And these are very early numbers, so I think we're going to see this go up. The Farewell definitely captures complicated family dynamics with a poignant, well-acted drama that marries cultural specificity with universally relatable themes. I have a feeling I'm not going to like it already. Okay. The film follows a Chinese family who, when they discover their beloved grandmother has only a short while left to live, decide to keep her in the dark and schedule an impromptu wedding together before she passes. Bill, feeling like a fish out of water in her home country, struggles with the family's decision to hide the truth from her grandmother. Comedy drama. Okay. I can't even pronounce their names as Billy. Diana Lynn is Jian. Lu Hong. And you're going to have to see it for the rest because I don't want to butcher them for sure. That is The Farewell. Okay, and of course, still in the top 15, so to speak, right below that, Avengers Endgame, of course. And of course, we all know it passed Avatar. So, sorry, Avatar. Not really. And number 12, The Secret Life of Pets 2, of course. Has anybody seen Midsommar? Didn't hear real good things about it, so just wondering. Ike, have you seen any of these movies? I haven't had a chance to. I will, though, absolutely. And this week, of course, we have Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. Oh my God, I want to see this movie. I really do. I love Fast and Furious series, so I think this is good. It looks really good. And it also has, if I'm not mistaken, Idris Elba in this. And he plays Brixton. And the three of them, so you have Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Idris Elba. I mean, what more do you want? Helen Mirren is also in this. So Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. So I really want to see this one, absolutely. I think it'll be a great movie. So we also have the Nightingale opening that opened today. Them That Follow. That also opened. Let's see what that's about. Deep in the Appalachia. Pastor Lemuel Childs, played by Walton Goggins, of course, what was that series name? He was so good in that with Timothy Oliphant. Anyway, he presides over an isolated community of serpent handlers, an obscure sect of Pentecostals who willingly take up venomous snakes to prove themselves before God. As his devoted daughter prepares for her wedding day, under the watchful eye of Hope Slaughter, a dangerous secret is unearthed, and she is forced to confront the deadly tradition of her father's church. Olivia Colman is Hope Slaughter, Alice Engler, Maria, Jim Gaffigan, Walton Goggins. He's amazing. He really is a great actor. So you might want to see this. It might be interesting to say, like, he's a good actor. I really like him. So Them That Follow. Also, Lady World, Madness in the Method, Kevin Smith. Let's see, Score to Settle, Teacher, The Operative, nothing really fantastic. So, but the biggest one, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. So, definitely want to see that. Coming soon to theaters, of course, next week, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Love the premise of this. I can't wait to see this one. This one's going to be good. So we have movies every month, at least, in the top that we can see. And this is about, in 1968, change is blowing in the wind, but seemingly far removed from the unrest in the cities, is a small town in Mill Valley, where for generations, the shadow of the Bellows family has loomed large. It is in their mansion on the edge of town that Sarah, a young girl with horrible secrets, turned her tortured life into a series of scary stories, written in a book that has transcended time. Stories that have a way of becoming all too real for a group of teenagers who discover Sarah's terrifying tone. Definitely want to see this. Definitely. Can't wait. I think that's going to be an excellent movie. So I don't know who else is going out there, but I am definitely going. The Kitchen. Melissa McCarthy, Tiffany Haddish. That is also coming out. And also coming out probably for the last of the summer for the kids. Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I thought Dora was a little kid, though, not a teenager. I don't know. But anyway.
Well, she just turned into a teenager.
Oh, did she? Okay, I am informed by my granddaughter that in the series she has turned into a teenager. So there you go. I guess it's all good. Dying to Survive. One Child Nation. The Angry Birds movie 2 in 2 weeks. So that's in 2 weeks. And, of course, Apocalypse Now, the final cut. Who's not going to see that? Apocalypse Now. A genius movie. Genius. So that's going to be opening in not until 3 weeks. 40 Meters Down, Uncaged. The only thing I'm worried about that is it's going to be like The Descent, but underwater. So hopefully not. But I definitely want to see that one too.
Guess what I'm going to be making when I have YouTube videos.
So there you go. As far as upcoming movies, some good ones coming up, I think. So, I think we'll be in business with that for sure. And let you know when DVDs are coming out. Then we're going to get into my star of the day. I think you've pretty much guessed who it could be. Okay, DVDs. Top DVD and streaming. We have Love Ranch with Helen Mirren and Joe Pesci. Ugly Dolls, Emma Roberts and Kelly Clarkson. Alita Battle Angel. That actually looked pretty good. I'm going to have to check that out. Shazam, of course. Oh, I love that movie. That is great. Great movie. Breakthrough, Little Woods. Pet Sematary, of course. That's been out. And those are the two, Love Ranch and The Souvenir. Ugly Dolls. And the Red Sea Diving Resort. No idea what that's about, but Chris Evans is in it. So let's see what this is about. 82% of the audience liked it. It's inspired by a remarkable true story, true life rescue missions. The Red Sea Diving Resort is the incredible story of a group of international agents and brave Ethiopians who in the early 80s used a deserted holiday retreat in Sudan as a front to smuggle thousands of refugees to Israel. So, the Red Sea Diving Resort. So, there you go. Okay. So, that's, in the top DVD and streaming. So, take a look. Excuse me, gosh. This is my voice again. Can't have that. So those are coming up. Also, don't forget to go to Amazon.com. It's an ebook. Our own Chris Stevens, also an author, has an ebook out, Fear of the Dark. So check it out. Get it. Go to Amazon.com and get it now. You won't be disappointed, I guarantee you. Excellent book. Thank you, Chris, for putting it out for us. Love it. Okay, just the same ones that came out. Love Ranch, Ugly Dolls, The Souvenir, and the Red Sea Diving Resort. Those are the top streaming and DVDs that are out. Okay, we went through all that. And who is my star of the day? Most of us know and love him. Of course, he's an American film director of one of our favorite franchises, The Nightmare on Elm Street. Wes Craven.
I did go to the bathroom, but you don't need to be over there since you're doing that.
He's a writer, producer, and actor. He was known for his pioneering work in the genre of horror films, particularly slasher films, of course, as we all know, where he mixed horror cliches with humor and satire. His impact on the genre was considered prolific and influential. Due to the success and cultural impact of his works in the horror film genre, Craven has been called a master of horror. And he was born today, of course. It's his birthday, and he was born in Cleveland, Ohio. Yay! Near that's where I lived. So there you go. Okay. Okay. So, happy birthday, Wes Craven. And, of course, he's best known for creating A Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, gotta love it, featuring the characters of Freddy Krueger, Nancy Thompson, Ghostface, and Sidney Prescott, of course, gotta love it. So, I love Scream. I'm not a big fan of all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. The first three were good. The rest, I'm just not. Just leave that alone. Okay. His other films include The Last House on the Left in 72, The Hills Have Eyes, 77, Swamp Thing, 82, The Serpent and the Rainbow, which I think is a masterpiece, in 88, The People Under the Stairs in 91, which I thought was pretty good, Vampire in Brooklyn, 95, Music of the Heart, 99, and Red Eye, 2005. Wes Craven says on camera he made many hardcore X-rated films under pseudonyms. Okay. Craven's first feature film as director was The Last House on the Left, which was pretty creepy. It was in 72. Craven expected the film to be shown only at a few theaters, which, according to him, gave me a freedom to be outrageous and to go into areas that normally I wouldn't have gone into and not worry about my family hearing about it. Ultimately, the movie was screened much more widely than he assumed, leaving him ostracized due to the content of the film, which I think is ridiculous. I really had a negative response to The Last House on the Left, which is too bad because it really is a good movie. It's just sad that they did that to him, I think. So after the negative experiences, he attempted to move out of the horror genre and began writing non-horror films, none of which attracted any financial backing. Finally, based on advice from a friend about the ease of filming in the Nevada deserts, Craven began to write a new horror film based on that locale. Of course, The Hills Have Eyes. That cemented Craven as a horror film director, with Craven noting, "It soon became clear I wasn't going to do anything else unless it was scary." So there you go. So, of course, the Nightmare on Elm Street series, which, of course, I think that marks him as one of the most best franchises out there. Of course, they also had Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees in the slasher film Freddy vs. Jason 2003. They did a remake of The Last House on the Left. Cunningham and Craven share credits. He collaborated with Sean S. Cunningham in Craven's debut feature, The Last House on the Left. That was the remake. And Craven had a hand in launching actor Johnny Depp's career, of course, on Nightmare on Elm Street, Depp's first major film role. God, isn't that something? Wow. Craven created Coming of Rage, a 5-issue comic book series with 30 Days a Night writer Steve Niles. The series was released in digital form by Liquid Comics. His film styles share common exploration of the nature of reality. A Nightmare on Elm Street, for example, dealt with the consequences of dreams in real life. New Nightmare has actress Heather Langenkamp play herself as she is haunted by the villain of the film in which she once starred. At one point in the film, the audience sees Wes Craven's word processor script he has written, which includes the conversation he just had with Heather, which is kind of creepy, as if the script were being written as the action unfolds. The Serpent and the Rainbow portrays a man who cannot distinguish between nightmarish visions and reality. Yeah, it was such a great movie. I love that movie. And, of course, Scream. The characters frequently reference horror films similar to their situations, and at one point Billy Loomis tells his girlfriend that life is just a big movie. And, of course, this concept was emphasized in the sequels, as copycat stalkers reenact the events of a new film about the Woodsboro killing. Scream included the scene mentioning an urban legend about Richard Gere and a sect act involving a hamster. Craven stated in interviews he received calls from agents telling him if he left that in the scene, he would never work again. The last film that he directed before his death was Scream 4. Such a great actor. And August 30th, of course, he passed away. So we'll be celebrating that on August 30th also. a master of horror. He was a character boy, no doubt about it. So he was a director, writer, producer, actor, and novelist. So there you go. Scream, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Last House on the Left, Hills Have Eyes, Scream 4. Just a slew of movies that we all know. Scream, Red Eye, Music of the Heart, Scream 3, Scream 4, Scream 2. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. So, happy birthday, Wes Craven, R.I.P. You're with some of the best up there, so genius. So that is my star of the day. So happy birthday, Mr. Wes Craven. Excuse me. Let's see. What else is going on? The Walking Dead will introduce the new character in season 10, of course. And don't forget, they're going to be working on the movies. I cannot wait. That's going to be wonderful. Let's see what else is going. Them That Follow. I don't know. We'll see what that does. There's a trailer. There's a new trailer for American Horror Story 1984. I cannot wait for that season to start, American Horror Story. We have lots coming up. We're going to have sports back on, of course. We're going to have The Walking Dead. We're just going to have so much stuff. It's going to be amazing. American Horror Story. So those three are coming back. I don't know where I'm fitting them in, but we'll get them in. Crazy. So, as these approach, about a week before Walking Dead starts, we're going to go over the last season and catch up. So we're ready for the new season to start. I'm looking forward to it. It looks totally freaking awesome. So we'll be looking forward to all of this coming up. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, American Horror Story. We have The Walking Dead. Of course, Halloween's around the corner now. Woo. Gosh, so much to do. Trying to see what else is going on. There's a bunch of people not real happy with the Sonic redesign. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog. So I don't know. Not a whole lot else going on. Thank God, that's probably not a bad thing. So, world of movies, gotta love it. Okay, so, think I'm going to wrap it up. Don't go away. Chris Stevens will be here with his Freaks in the Basement tonight, approximately 1:30, about half an hour or so. By the time I'm done, about 15 minutes probably, so don't go anywhere. And don't forget to go to Amazon.com for his ebook, Fear of the Dark. Please get it. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Okay? All right, then. That kind of wraps it up for tonight. So join me next Friday on Hollywood Review, and we'll review the top 10 from this week. And, again, star of the day. So, y'all have a great night. Thanks for listening. Peace out, y'all.
Raise a cup up for all my day ones. 2 middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go. Higher than the highest skyscraper. No little league we major. The proof is in the paper. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright. Yeah.
jump and they never changed. Man, it's a moment I could never trade. Yeah, I told my moms not to stress no more. Go hit the Bentley store and no credit card debts no more. I bought the crib and it's an escrow now, so you don't never have to worry about how you gon' pay rent no more. I put my team in position, now they making a killing. Stacking blue faces straight to the ceiling. Out in Vegas, I'm with them, ordering bottles of the Ace when they send them, till it ain't enough space up on the table to fit them. Go ahead and
raise a cup up for all my day ones. 2 middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go. Higher than the highest skyscraper. No little league we major. The proof is in the paper. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright.
We alright. Pour some Clico in a glass, have a toast to success. No looking back from here, no more being broke and distressed. I put my heart into this game like I open my chest. We only pray for more M's while you hope for the best. We make these plays, man, I'm finessing these checks. Time's up for everybody, I'm collecting no debts. And I swear this champagne just tastes better on jets. I'm just out here being great, man, this is real as it gets. I put my team in position, now they making a killing. Stacking blue faces straight to the ceiling. Out in Vegas, I'm with them, ordering bottles of the Ace when they send them, till it ain't enough space up on the table to fit them. Go ahead and
raise a cup up for all my day ones. 2 middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater. Straight up from nothing we go.
Load up.
Higher than the highest skyscraper. No little league we major. The proof is in the paper.
You know,
we put the good in the good in the good life.
The good
we
life.
put the good in the good in the good
I
life.
said the good
we put
life.
the bad in the past, now we alright.
We alright.
Damn right, from the bottom we rise so high. Now we cutting skylights. We building an empire. We owe it up to each other. Just look at us right now. Destined, we so good right now. Legend, here's to you and I. Raise them to the sky. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright.
You know,
We put the good in the good in the good life.
The good
We put the
life.
good in the good in the good
I
life.
said the good
We put
life.
the bad in the past, now we alright.
We alright. The good life.
That sound can mean only one thing. Godzilla.
into the tree. They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a necklace of hope side by side with me? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where they strung up a man, they say, who murdered